There once was a squirrel and her name was Lil Red. She ate some bad peaches that went to her head. She stumbled and staggered home to her bed. And when she woke up in the morning, she said, "Let's listen. Lil Red, ooh, ooh, Lil Red, ooh, ooh. She goes where no other squirrels tread. Ooh, ooh, squirrel."
Hey y'all, hey. Can you hear me? Sorry. Well, I'm glad I was muted because I was rambling. Um, but I switched my old mic, so I forgot how this works. It's completely different. Y'all should be able to hear me now. It's completely different than my new mic that I've been using because the new mic is in my camera and I didn't use it at all. It just worked. So, oh look, imagine that. Cash is getting loud. He's outside. He wants to come in now because he can tell when I'm doing anything besides watching him breathe. Give me just 1 second. Let me go let him in. I'll be right back. Okay, behave. Be good boy. All right, I'm back. He's going to get loud and barky, and probably, I think, if everything goes as planned, he's going to get loud and barky. Maybe next 10 minutes, because I've got company coming over to use my washing machine. Doesn't that sound like a man? Somebody's coming to use my washer. Snowflakey Flake. Oh, I like that name. Let me say hey to everybody. Okay. Hey, Essie Johnson, D, Lisa Sims, welcome back. Muzz, how you doing? Kano, Kirsten, Cherie, my newest mod. Adam, hi, I hope you're doing well. I hope your friend is. It's good to see all of y'all. I appreciate you being here. Let's see. Oh, is not Emily D. Baker's new night, or is she back to Fridays? I hadn't asked. I know that she did Thursday last week. Hey Mandy, spicy pizza, stranger. Hadn't seen you in a minute. Mandy, Kirsten from New Zealand. Miss Mickey, hey. Oh, I hear my washing machine stuck on an error message. Snowflakey Flake. Hey, T Detox. You want a link? Muzz. I like loud and badly. Jess Carter, how you doing? I did, and I'm sorry, I hadn't thought anything else about it. I'll get with you about it. I've got to reread it. I may or may not have been nearly asleep, but I remember that I didn't know who it was until you. I don't remember how there was something about it I didn't know it was you at first, and then I did. I don't remember even how. I don't know. I'll get with you, Miss Cassandra. All right. I think I said hey to everybody. Um, Miss Wonderful. No, really? I mean, it's bound to happen. Wait, I thought she was doing better. Like, because she was wild when she was a drinker. Didn't she get sober? Didn't she stop drinking? Therefore, stop being crazy, wild. I mean, tell me what happened. I mean, is there a chance she'll get it back? Because that happens too. Okay, day. Um, I'll pin the link to the chat tea. Mez, if you'd like to come up, you can take a link. um, how many were privy to the longest thread in the world on Twitter today? I mean, it really wasn't the longest Twitter ever, but it seemed like the longest thread ever. All day. It was like all day long. I didn't even. You saw it happen in real time. What happened? Muzz, you gotta take the link. Take the link. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But what he said. Click the link. I mean, did she deserve to lose it? Because she has deserved to lose it in the past. But I haven't watched her. I haven't seen anything of hers in months and months. Ooh, where'd she go? Hello, man.
Yay, a regular person.
Yay! What do you mean a regular person?
Like a
Don't
nice
don't
person.
call me normal.
I wouldn't dare do that because then I'd have to,
What
I'm
happened?
which part?
The whole thing.
Twitter hell? I started it.
No,
It's my fault.
no, not Twitter. Yeah,
Oh.
that does not surprise me.
Well, listen. It's
Miss
my
Wonderful.
fault. I started it by asking a legit question.
Well, you know better than ask a question.
I do.
Crazy. What happened with Miss Wonderful?
Oh, so I was in a someone's live 2 nights ago that was 5 hours long, and someone, I won't mention names, was like, "Oh, gotta go. Someone's getting their last strike on their channel," and I thought they were talking about someone else. Turns out this is who they were talking about. And then the person who was doing it was like, "One more piece of paper to submit to strike the channel," and I was like, "What's happening?" And then I found out who it was.
Well, what was the strike for?
It's someone who's very strike happy if you use any part of her face anywhere.
Oh, she will get that shit back.
No, she apparently gets she strikes apparently every platform, everything, gets them all through, knows all the tricks.
I don't know about that.
I think she's the one who gave the other two. I don't know.
I mean, she can't. People
Or
aren't fighting.
I don't know exactly. She was like, the person blurred out her body, but not her face. I don't know. She also copyrights her photos on purpose.
Oh, okay. I don't know how that works.
Apparently, you can pay to copyright your photos, and she does it so that people can get. I don't know. That's crazy.
I mean, were all 3 strikes from her?
I'm not sure. I think it might have been. I'm not totally sure.
Well, I don't know. I know I mean, I don't know what the rule is about pictures. They're copyrighted, but you can't just lose your channel if over a false strike if you fight it. But some people don't fight it.
Right. But so it must not have been false. So it must have been. I don't know. I just remember it was so weird.
She has 30 days, or she has a certain amount of time to fight it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's maybe.
I mean, who knows? I mean, if she's gotten 1 strike from that chick, you'd think she'd have learned.
Well, I also know another creator has 2 strikes from the same person, so I don't think people learn.
Let's see, that fire hot burns. I don't know. So, and what happened on Twitter? How did that start?
I'll tell you how it started. I decided. Here's the thing: you're friends with Steve, so I'm not gonna But I decided to respond to a tweet that offended my sensibilities, and Steve's sort of way of arguing is throw the spaghetti against the wall and try to distract you with every fact in the world that is. So I was trying to keep him on point, and it took me an hour, and then I finally ended it. But the problem is other people picked up on his tangents, so then it became like a war.
Yeah.
Like, it took me an hour and I came to a conclusion where he agreed with me. And I was like, that's right. That's why you stay on topic. But the little things he threw out, like, well, what about this? And what about that? And I was like, well, that's not relevant for our discussion. But other people picked those up and were like,
Yeah.
what the hell? That's not true. And then it became.
People were so offended for me.
Well,
Afterwards.
I am.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Steve is Steve. He's he's rough around the edges. He doesn't.
It's not that.
He doesn't choose his words. Like, I know what you're saying, but
it's
first
very
off,
dismissive.
how hilarious was it that Unirot was in there liking my comments?
I know, so stupid.
Because
Like, that's the problem is I was like, oh, now like the trolls are coming in, and then he thinks
he
we're all
totally
trolls,
thinks
you know?
that me and Steve are at war now because
I know, but the problem is Steve decides everyone's a troll and dismissive the minute the trolls jump in, or like,
well,
I'm sorry, but being so dismissive and rude to people is just like my trigger. Like,
yeah.
He literally was like, you know, just, I guess they're not mature enough to have this discussion of words. And I went, excuse you, put down your thesaurus and try it again. Like, don't play big words with me. Are you crazy to talk to someone like that?
Steve is used to.
Who does he think he is?
Wait. He is used to it being trolls. Like,
but I'm not a troll.
I know, but that's just. I mean,
that's his problem, though. Like, I'm sorry. That's.
So he paints everybody. Maybe.
Here's the thing, Red. All he ever says is he wants the facts. He wants the facts. He wants the truth. Well, then, assuming everyone's a troll is the opposite of your theory in life.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, I was 100% arguing with him today. Not arguing like.
No, I saw. Yeah.
Arguing my point. We didn't agree. We don't agree on the subject. That's okay. We don't have to agree. But
he doesn't disagree respectfully. That's my problem.
Well,
telling you don't have thick enough skin or whatever is rude.
Well,
agree to disagree is fine.
I know what he meant, and he doesn't mean to come off as shitty, but he gets taken as shitty. I get it.
Oh yeah, good point. Wait, who was that said that? Wait,
what?
I had a great comeback, and listen, I'm just gonna have to. It's that someone was like, listen, it's just a bunch of men beating their chests and they should just leave it to the men. And Steve goes, I agree. And I said, you know what? That's a great point. What would you guys like in your sandwich?
Sandwich. I saw that.
I couldn't help myself. Come on. I couldn't help myself. When you say something so ignorant, I can't help it. A snarky comment. I can't.
I mean,
I can't help it.
But yeah, I had a great day on Twitter today, I thought.
I was like, I'm done. I'm out.
I was
I made my point. I can't get sucked into this.
And like, you know, the topic of conversation came in and commented to me, and all of the things I was saying and all of my opinions, and all I got was, why don't you shut up?
Yeah, I know.
Shut up.
People are so rude. I don't understand why people can't have a conversation.
Oh wow, I don't need or want a conversation with, you know, some people.
That's for sure. But like, I just don't understand why people are so damn rude. Like, literally so dismissive, like they're above other people. What? Why?
Steve's out. He rubs people the wrong way.
I mean, whatever. Listen, I'm not gonna bash Steve or whatever. If he wants to, I can have a conversation with him, but I won't. You know, like, just at a certain point, it becomes like moot. Like, you know what I mean? If every comment I make, you're gonna have a yeah, but well, okay.
Oh yeah. I said that actually.
That's a distraction tactic because you don't want to discuss the topic. Then I get bored real quick. It is what it is, right? Like, I'm not saying he's some evil person or anything. Like, you know.
Yeah, I thought it was a good thread though, because here's why. I like being able to have that back and forth, and some of it would it wasn't really bad, disrespectful from a lot of people. Like, I've been in threads where I walk away going, that's why I hate Twitter, because everybody's just
it's just not a good place for some of these discussions.
But this discussion didn't get to that point where everybody's name calling and just being hateful. It was just a good call. It was just blah blah blah.
It did get a little rude sometimes. But
oh yeah, but it wasn't like,
no, it wasn't like,
it didn't run me off.
It wasn't like I'm rubber, you're glue, you know?
Yeah. So
no, it was fine. It was just like things like, if I heard one more time borderline racist, I just kept saying, like, you mean almost pregnant or sort of pregnant? What is border? I can't.
Right.
That one killed me. Borderline racist.
Yeah, I know. Who'd have thought? Why can't I
But that's okay.
Okay, T Detox, your link's pinned, honey.
Wait, what
If
else
you're
happened? Oh, yeah, got threatened, and that made me want to jump through the computer. And
by whom?
Roadhog did a whole stream about her because he got triggered by
Oh, I
her
haven't seen
talking
that. Was
about
that
him.
last night or today? Oh, I heard that he was taking her to church while we were in that
He
thread.
threatened her.
And right currently, or right before I came live,
He was, but
he's a
I
new
fell
man
asleep
now.
to it.
Huh?
It's so boring. I fell asleep to it.
Yeah, he's a different guy tonight.
Yes, today he's taking the high road.
He's a
He made all
mature
his
one
points,
now.
and it doesn't matter what we have to say.
Yeah.
No, he threatened Yaya. He was like, "Oh yeah, well, like you shouldn't be a cop if you're acting like this. If anyone has any info on Yaya, bring it to me." I'm like, "That's
What?
so dangerous. That's so effing dangerous for someone in law
That's so
enforcement."
dumb. If she's a cop,
Right? Well, they all pretend she's not a cop. So,
oh, I mean,
it's just dangerous.
I pretend I'm not a drunk heroin addict. So whatever.
Don't. You didn't listen to that stream that I told you not to listen to, did you?
Hey, T Detox.
Hi.
You know,
Hey,
me. How you doing, girl?
I'm good. Am I on the right? I hope I'm in the stream lab and not the freaking YouTube.
No, you're in Streamlabs.
I hear you.
Okay. Okay.
But
know,
you're on YouTube, and you're on YouTube as well.
What
Right.
you know?
I know what
It
you
has
mean.
a delay.
Hey, butterfly. All right. So, did you see the Twitter feed?
I seen some of it and I left it. That was not my fight.
No.
I seen things in there that I probably would have gotten attacked for if I would have said something.
Yeah, I
I was just hoping someone would by accident delete my name, so I wouldn't have to see it anymore.
I'll say right now, like I publicly support Steve. I like Steve as a person. I think he's a good human. I mean, I know people have problems with him, and I don't disagree with it. But everybody supports,
You don't have to agree
people
with
different
everything everybody does.
Like I don't care if people support somebody that I very much dislike. You know what I mean? Like that. I mean, I have family members I dislike, but
yeah. I know. It's just on YouTube, people forget that.
Right.
Yeah,
I get it.
Like, I was very touched because people were offended for me and like
people love you.
Speaking for me, people were so nice and like sweet, and I just love you all. But but at the same time, I mean, I get where they're coming from. I see what they see, but I mean, I know Steve and I know him differently. I don't know how to explain it. I don't get offended as easy, or I don't know. I'm still friends with Real, right?
Right.
I mean, come on.
I messaged you. I'll say it publicly. I messaged you and said, "Are you and Steve cool?" Because of what other people were saying. I was like, "No, you guys." Some people were trying to flip it around, like, "No, I know better."
I mean, Unirock was in there liking my shit. I'm like, what?
I had to leave it because it wasn't.
Yeah, I left it today. I started it, my fault. But when I was done after my hour, I was like, I'm out. Peace.
Yeah.
I almost posted my video to Steve that I recorded of Roadhog because I don't agree with Steve on it. Yes, but I just left it because I seen it was a pointless fight. And I'm not getting into it. I've literally had a headache every time I've gotten on Twitter.
Yeah, you gotta pick your battles for yourself, not for other people.
I mean, there was people that were responding to my tweets that had me blocked. So, I mean, other than that,
weird.
It's so weird, right? Like, because I didn't have them blocked, but they do now. But I was like, why are they fucking replying to what I'm saying if they're behind a blocked account? It wasn't private; it was blocked. So, other than that, I mean, it was I enjoyed that back and forth on Twitter.
Yeah, it was fine. It was just like so many notifications that I wanted to throw my phone out the window.
Well, I think you enjoyed it because you felt safe with Steve. Anyone else, you would have darted.
I feel like
You know it's the truth.
no, well, yeah. Well,
Well, no part of the shit.
I
Bye.
wasn't sure. I don't know how many times I've ever had an opposite opinion of Steve about something and been on Twitter and argued with him about it. I just don't think I've done that a lot.
Yeah, I think that shocked a lot of people.
Well, you have a
But I
strong stance
can't.
on this. You're allowed.
I mean, I couldn't not this time.
Yeah.
I just had to. However, we're fine. We'll be fine. My phone was ringing though. My Twitter, my Instagram, FaceTimes, and my Facebook, like whatever messenger video calls. People thought I was not at work apparently, and that oh my goodness, let's find out. Let's find out what's up.
It didn't bother me, I guess, because I know your relationship with him and that I knew you were like fine.
I said, theoretically, Steve, I disagreed with you. You should have me blocked by now.
I mean, that would be like, okay, what if I had a disagreement with my husband and we're discussing something? Does that mean we're going to hate each other afterwards?
I know.
I mean,
I keep trying to like tell people in real life, like if you had a friend who literally never disagreed with you, you'd probably not be friends very long.
exactly.
That'd be really annoying.
There's a lot of things that my sister I love dearly, my best friend who I love dearly, would lay my life down for. I don't agree with things that they stand for. And the same with them with me.
Yeah.
Well,
imagine
he messaged me.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
messaged
yes.
me at some point. He messaged me at some point and said, and like he shared a tweet from the threads, but he took it to DM and said, "Have I done this to you? Like, do you feel like this?" And I said, "No." And I said, like, no, but you have pissed me off this way, but not that way. You know, I mean, if he makes me mad, I tell him, I give it to him. But we're not going to start hating each other because
I think people forget you're like the most honest and like difficult on the people closest to you.
Oh yeah.
Like if you don't really care about someone, you're not going to really argue with them as much. Like it's not worth your time.
I mean, you don't hear about like domestic or not domestic, but abusive casual friend relationships.
Right.
You know?
Because you're trying to like change, like you want to influence the person because you care about them or you want to help them see a different way. If you don't know the person, like who cares?
Like, damn it, Steve, don't make me slap you.
And you know, Steve's the kind of guy, he's not going to hate you because you disagree with him. I think people kind of pin him wrong because a lot of people do. Because they have an agenda.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot of bad rap for a lot of things that aren't true. And I can tell you, like, I know Steve has integrity because I never believed shit that people were saying. And it ended up being, you know, true. And then with the whole, I don't even want to say her initials, KJ thing, like, he knew who I was. Did he one time ever get in my DMs and ask me for information? Hell no. Never mentioned her name to me one time, ever. And that right there proved to me that the guy has integrity. Like, he's not out to be a snake, you know?
A dishonest agent, as he calls them, would have totally
been. Yeah.
God.
I mean, I don't know. I've just always seen him for who he is. I think a lot of people would probably disagree with me because they believe things that aren't even true. And, you know, the guy will lay it down if he don't agree with you.
Yeah.
He wants.
I mean, it is what it is, right?
Mm-hmm. Red's got me out here drinking coffee to stay awake, to be on here.
Oh, that'd be nice if that did it for me.
You better not cut off.
I wish coffee kept me awake. That'd be nice.
Do what?
I said I wish coffee kept me awake. That'd be nice.
My mama has a pot of coffee in the after. Well, no, she has a Keurig, but
I literally
like 5:30 p.m. and she's like, "You want a cup of coffee?" And I'm like, "No, I want to sleep tonight."
I once had 2 Red Bull and went to bed.
But it really doesn't keep me awake. That's what you hear, so you don't want to drink coffee in the evening. But my mama does.
I don't really think it does. I just think it's a comfort thing for me. I took my nighttime meds like 2 minutes before you asked me to come on stream. So I'm like,
should this be fun?
It might be if I stay on too long and don't realize.
Well,
I get
give it 10 minutes.
The funniest thing is ever, I get really chatty before I go to sleep. after I take them. And
Perfect.
that's happening.
Oh my God, this has been a crazy week. I'm like going through all the horrible things in my head, and I'm like, it's exhausting.
And then I'm probably talking too loud because I had both my earbuds in like a dummy.
Has Ren been in the chat? Has anyone seen him?
I haven't heard from him all day.
He's resting because of
I talked
yesterday.
to him on the phone.
Yeah, I messaged him early. He's like 3 hours behind
Is he
me.
better
I just
today?
want to make sure he was okay.
Is
He
he what?
never damn
Sorry.
messaged me back. Well, I left him a voicemail.
Is he feeling better today? Did anyone speak to him?
I seen an update from him, but I didn't click on it. I just grabbed my phone when Red was going live again.
Sorry.
So I know he's alive.
When I talked to him, he was going to go get something to eat from.
Okay.
He was going to go buy a few groceries or whatever from the store, so he didn't have to pay for ordering out.
Okay, that's good.
And he said he tried. He's saying, he's got him a room, and he's going to find somewhere to live.
But is he feeling better?
Yeah, I don't know, Red, if you knew that he was not feeling good last night, and that's why I messaged him. He's afraid of that damn aspirin.
It's okay.
It is
I threatened his life.
better to take that aspirin to prevent things, because when you have a headache from hypertension, that's not a good thing. He did me too when I was listening to it, but I caught it after the fact. I wasn't listening to it live. I caught it this morning.
The minute he took the aspirin and felt fine, I was like, oh my gosh, it was blood pressure, and he could have had a stroke. Right, because it was blood pressure that was so built up.
Yeah, it's a safe, easy way to prevent that.
And I was like, aspirin is so inconsequential. If you don't take that aspirin every day, I'm going to shove it down your throat. I mean that with are you crazy? I was like, everyone takes aspirin. Oh my God, it will save your life. Take the damn aspirin.
If you're 50, take aspirin.
Like, just take it every day. Everyone does. Oh my God.
Take a baby aspirin.
It's a bit, it is.
The doctor prescribed it to him. That's the thing. He needs to take it.
Oh yeah, he needs it. Then.
It's okay. Julie is like on a mission. She's like, she threatened his life to get on a plane and shove the aspirin down his throat.
I practically begged him too. I left him a voicemail this morning. I knew he wasn't awake yet.
Yeah. Oh, good. Kim spoke to him. He sounds better. Good.
Yeah, he sounded okay when I talked to him.
Fabulous. I mean, he did it right away when he took the aspirin. So thank God,
Yeah, I heard that, and that's when I thought, he needs to take that every day.
Yeah.
He worries me. He's going through a lot right now.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't like Ren or whatever, but
they don't.
The guy's been through a lot, and
listen,
I see him for who he is.
Whether you like him or not, nobody wants him like ill or, without a house. That's just ridiculous. Well, not nobody, but.
Just because I care about the guy doesn't mean like I agree with everything he's ever said to somebody.
Don't you know the rules?
He
if
knows.
You like someone, you agree with everything they say on the internet.
He wouldn't apologize to people if he knew he wasn't wrong. He knows.
Oh yeah.
Poor guy. Well, I'm glad he's feeling better. That's all that matters. Who cares about anything else at this point, right?
Yeah.
Cash is about to start barking. I think I hear.
I just wish a lot of people would just see people instead of judging them like right off the bat.
Yeah.
Or coming at them.
It's a weird internet thing.
I'm realizing that, and I try so hard to stay out of it. And then with the RH thing, like, oh my God, my head was blown, and I just couldn't.
Don't get
day one, but I never said nothing. I just stayed out of it.
We started with Ren back like that. I mean, it was first night I had him on my channel. We cussed each other out.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was bad. I couldn't stand him. He was blocked for a long time, and he asked me to have a conversation with him, and I was scared of him. I messaged him one day. I got a little ballsy, and I sent him a message, and he replies in voice clips mainly, and you get to hear that's not the Ren of back in the day. It's not the same voice. It's not the same guy.
You guys had a lot of like ups and downs on the way.
Well, after we made up, because we did.
Like on the way to now, it was a lot of like up and down.
Oh, there'll probably be some more downs.
Not like that. It was down.
No, not like that. I hope.
I think he trusts Reds enough. Now, I think his biggest problem is trusting people. He gets close to people, and they burn him.
Oh, yeah, 100%. He goes 100% into what he thinks is a friendship off the bat, and because some people take it differently, he gets mad. He gets hurt. That's what people don't see. He gets mad hurt because he expects people to do like he does. and it's not always the same.
Right. And
Yeah.
if somebody is like that reactive, like you've got to then go back and think, well, what has this man's life been like?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I guess it's because I've talked to a lot of women in bad situations, and
Mm-hmm.
I understand people. I understand the way you need to talk to people. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of people just don't understand that.
I
I don't
agree.
think they get, where people come from sometimes and what their life's been like, and it makes them who they are or how
And
they react to things.
yeah, and it's also doesn't mean we agree with, like, I haven't watched him until this because it just, I don't like it when the screaming and whatever. And I don't agree. I mean, still to this day, unfortunately, like that stream he did about you, Red, was like not okay. And I know
Yeah.
it's like, it is what it is, but it's not okay. And to be honest, when I was on that stream a few nights ago in like a different community, someone mentioned your name and they're like, oh, the only thing I knew was, when Real made that stream about her. And so did she have a and it was like, it like evolved into like a discussion I was not happy about. But I'm saying, like, it's still like he has to realize also sometimes that the impact he could have on people,
Yeah. I think he's grown a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
I mean, you
So-
can tell that by the small reaction
Mm-hmm.
on another person's getting out of him at times.
Yes.
I still wish it was no reaction,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes you can only take so much,
Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's some things that, like, personally I find, if I find it unacceptable, I just change the channel. I mean, it's not my life, right?
Right. Yeah, like I don't listen to Real when he's screaming and yelling at somebody.
Yeah.
I know it's his moment, that person's moment.
Yeah.
They came to his channel.
It's between them,
That's how I feel about it. Because I don't think Real has ever seeked out people and went to their channels to just say, hey, stranger, I'm going to, brawl with you.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
that's never happened. They come to his channel, they
right.
listen to his streams, and they pick it apart and then go to their channels and make streams. And then it starts from there.
Yeah. I think like the last super offensive thing was when he just went off on Kelly and like threw up the, unaliving hotline, which is highly offensive.
I didn't hear that.
But luckily, he hasn't done that since. I mean, that's been what, like a month or something. So that's a good sign.
Him and who? Tyra? They just made
commentary with Kelly.
Who was it that he just made up with?
Tyra, but she.
Tyra.
I mean,
they had an argument the next day, didn't they?
No, it was yesterday.
No, it was last night. It was last night. She came on.
Yeah.
And she wanted her apology, which
she needs it.
deserved, and they made a truce, and I thought that was a good start.
Yeah, for sure. It was a good for him, like, that she's in that predicament that she needs a truce with him now because she's about to go to war with some other people. So, like, it worked out well,
I don't watch her. I just know that they've had issues. I hear him.
She's got a war on a different front, so I think she needed that settled, but it worked well for him, so win-win.
Yeah.
I didn't know who she was, and I mean, from her, I didn't know she had a channel. And I was on panel with her on his channel one time, and I liked her. I thought, this is okay.
Me too.
And then, like, I was the topic of one of her streams I've done. I'm like,
oh yeah, no, you can't disagree.
So I don't know.
I don't know if you guys all know. I don't know, Trucker D or something. What is her name?
Yes, I know that name.
I don't know why
she's on
today.
She's on the Real side of that community.
Oh, okay. I don't know why she came on today, but I was listening to her. I was like, I enjoyed her.
She's on the side, so there's like two sides.
Because she didn't talk about no drama. It was Christmas and family, and I'm like, God, this is so
there's
good.
Like two sides to that community. By the way, piece of advice to anyone: never enter that community. They go real life like nobody's business, and it is terrifying. Terrifying. But Real's friends with a few of them, and she's on like that side. And then there's the other side. When I tell you that they switch and they like call the police, and like I watch from a distance because they got anti-caging, got nothing on these people. These people terrify me.
Well, if they call the police on me, I'm going to jail.
I was watching a 5-hour stream, and in that time, they struck the channel. Someone called the police. About 4 people I know were lied on and bashed completely. I was like, this is very eventful.
All right, Brandon's wanting to come up for a minute. I'll let him up because he was in the thread today. I want to see what.
I can drop down if you want.
No, you're fine. I just.
I'll mute.
Hello, Brandon.
Yeah, hey, what's up, dude? Which one? I think you're talking about the. Which one are you talking about? I don't know. So,
Wait, what?
which thread are you talking about?
The longest thread in Twitterverse today, where
Oh,
Steve was arguing with everyone.
oh. But there is something. Yeah, hold on. He explained that. He said the N with the A, and he apologized for it, and he said that he's gonna try from now on to never say that again. I mean,
Wait, who said that? No.
yeah,
Okay.
Roadhog was live audio, and he's probably still live now. He said he said the N with the A, and he
Yeah,
said
Roadhog said he'll try never to say it again.
The end with the
yeah,
A.
yeah.
I don't know about you. I've never had to try not to say it, but just me.
Well,
You and me both.
Well,
And it's not only that.
I heard an interesting point from like a black man last night that who put it really well. And you know when people make the argument that like, well, I grew up around black people, I have friends that are black, and they say it's fine, and what he said was shame on them.
Yep.
Yeah, I say nobody
that was
should
really
be
well
able to
put.
say it. If black people don't like anyone to say it, then nobody should say it.
Nobody
But
should
what he's
say
saying
it.
is even if
period.
some
No.
black people say it's fine, he's saying shame on those people.
Oh my God. I had my
Yeah.
daughter listening to this and she had tears in her eyes. Well, she's not my real daughter, but she is. Like, known her since she was, 4 foot tall. And she had tears in her eyes and she was so hurt by everything, not just that word, but, that, a sister would cut you, and
Oh
a
yeah, you
white
mean
woman
I'm more
this
black
and
than
a
you'll ever
white
be?
woman that. Yeah, all of it. I had
Mhm.
every single clip, and
It's offensive.
she literally had tears in her eyes and
Oy.
asked me, why do you even listen to that?
Oh.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, honey. I
Oh.
didn't know that, me listening to it was
I think that's the
causing,
point, right?
it made me really think, like, I will never listen to another
Oh.
stream again, just to hear what's being
It's
said.
the point. Everyone's listening,
And it's horrible because, it's something she's grown up with her entire life, and, and now she's got a child, and it hits hard for me because I do have family and I do have friends close to me who are affected by this every single day.
Yep.
And then he throws, the white privilege thing in there.
No,
I'm like,
I
dude,
can't.
you don't realize
Ugh,
you
I know.
do have it. You do.
If someone, never mind.
I know you guys don't want to get into it, and it was just the whole conversation I had with her and trying to make her feel
Well,
okay.
I see it as kind of hypocritical for black people to say, "Yeah, we're gonna take that word back but you can't say it." But if you
Well,
want
it's
to
not
make
really
it,
for us to decide, right?
well, yeah, okay, you're right about
Well, yeah, they
that.
got every
Right?
right to take that word back, though. It's not hypocritical.
Well,
They got every right to take that word
well,
back.
but we can't say it because
Why would you want
means
to?
they want it to mean something good, but we can't because it does mean something bad. I don't know.
A lot of times, Brandon, your name's Brandon, right, hon?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. A lot of times, you would be amazed at how many African American young men and women are not even educated themselves on their own history.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it would blow your mind, okay?
Yeah.
And it comes a lot from not having the resources, the education, and the life they're living.
That's
Okay,
Savonals.
you don't see a successful African American man using that word because he's educated and he understands. He understands. You get what I mean? But you'd be amazed at African American people that are not educated. I've had to educate 2 different people on what Black Lives Matter even stands for. Okay. And they're out here thinking it's for a riot. I mean, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
I think education is key here.
I thought at one point they advocated for segregation, or they still do. I'm not sure if they don't need to do anymore, but I'm pretty sure they used to.
Who are you talking about, Brandon?
Black BLM, Black Lives Matter.
I don't.
Well, if you go to their website, like they, the woman who started this, like they would tell you straight up, like, you're not helping the cause, not you particularly, like
I know.
an African
I know what you mean.
American trying to help the cause is not, they're damaging the cause when they react the way we just spoke of, like using the N-word and lashing out. It doesn't help. It doesn't help the cause they're trying to.
Yeah, my question is that
Sorry.
word N that ends with an A a bad word, or is it a good word? I don't know. Or do you want? I don't get it. It confuses me.
My medicine is taking effect. Sorry, I keep losing train of thought.
Mine too. I don't think any way you pronounce it is. I don't think it's a good word, no matter how you pronounce it, Brandon. That's
Yeah, I don't.
No, it's not a
Me
good word
neither. No,
to use
it's
for
not.
anybody.
And
But
saying it ends with an A, that's just crap, in my opinion.
I mean, I still hear, like with in the old neighborhood, I still have friends over there in the old neighborhood that I'm from, and they have no problem saying it to each other. And is it wrong? Am I gonna tell them it's wrong and to educate them? They look at me like I'm dumb.
I'd start
Okay,
asking. I'd start asking questions. I know
it's
that.
just who they are, and I think, I'm sorry, I keep losing my train of thought. I'm not usually like this, but my medicine's working, and
Yeah, your meds.
yeah,
So,
I need to. It's not even a discussion that is my place to have, even so.
Yeah.
eh,
It's hell. I mean, it's good that Brandon has questions that he's comfortable asking, because a lot of people aren't comfortable asking the questions.
Right.
I'm not equipped to answer.
yeah. People asking these questions would be called like racist. That's what they're afraid of. But I'm not racist at all.
Oh,
I don't care. Shit,
okay.
man.
If nobody understands anything, they do need education. That is literally what BLM is there for. The website for education. That is what it is for. And it's comprehensive information. So anyone who doesn't understand anything, go to BLM. They have resources that they are constantly updating. I mean, that's what it's there for.
And
The whole point of it.
And it's just that simple. And I was and silly me, I don't know if I've been to that website. I know, I mean, I don't know if I ever have. I'll check it out. Oh, Muzz dropped out. Muzz, I muted because I had some what is it, back noise coming through. I don't know what it was called. Through the mic.
Background noise. Yeah, background noise.
Yeah. So I don't know. So Brandon, nothing else to say about the
No.
history today.
Besides the fact that I don't think Rock should be crucified because he's already admitted to what he did and he apologized for it and he said he'll try not to do it again. I mean, there was no.
Yeah.
Well,
I will say this. I think everybody deserves another. You know, I mean, I'll never write anybody off because I was that person that everybody wrote off a year ago. So, you know, I mean, for real.
Oh, definitely. Oh, I definitely know. I'm yeah, man. I've known you for a long time, and yeah, definitely. And well, I was also gonna talk about this fight with Owen and Oldhog's been having. I don't think it should be going on. I think it should. Yeah.
Well, I will say, as far as that goes, I mean, he has no one to blame but himself about the arguments and fights that he's in because he knew. I mean, he was riling up the people, and he knew he was. I think, but if he's over there being nice about it and saying he's whatever, I don't know what he's saying over there. Not you said someone said.
Yeah, Warlock said that he was gonna try not to say it again and stuff, but at this point, I think it got to the point where who cares who started it? It's stupid.
Oh
No
yeah, I
matter
wasn't
what.
talking about that word, just that word. He's got a lot going on that has nothing outside of that. That has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, it's not stupid and not something to throw under the rug and not something to make excuses for when you say it. I don't care what in context you're saying it. They keep saying it was thrown out of context. There is no context of that word. You said it. You said that word.
It's
Stop making excuses and give a real apology. And I can understand, when people grow up a certain way, but he's in his 40s now. Like, you make a conscious decision in your life when you grow up to not say words that are not right to say, that are horrible to say. I have never in my life ever had that word on my tongue to say, ever, because I know it's wrong, it's hurtful, it's disgusting that word was ever created, and I just would never say it. Like, it bothers me to even know that people say the word still.
well, it is fucked up. But if it's in your vocabulary and you're not really thinking about what you're saying, mistakes can happen. You can at least
Well, that's
admit
because
that.
it's in your vocabulary and
Yeah,
on your
I
tongue
know.
to say it,
Yeah.
or you wouldn't say it.
Yes. I agree.
I mean, I'm not trying
Yeah,
to come down on you. I'm just,
I get it. I
I
know
mean, I don't
that.
believe you would say it. I don't believe you would say it,
No,
but I don't think
it's,
there's an excuse to say it.
Who's
And
screaming in the background? Does this make other TV on?
oh, it was me.
No.
Probably my nephew screaming because he's playing
Oh,
video games.
okay.
He's playing video games and he gets pissed off sometimes and he yells and he goes through.
the truth is, the only time I've ever heard it in past 20 years of my life is, like I said, where I come from, I'm calling them by what they call themselves, they're homeboys, they run around with, they say it to one another. And is it right? No, but they say it and they feel they've taken the word back in their own mind. But again, like I say, it's all about education. Like,
Yeah.
they sadly aren't even educated in their own history. But I think, I don't know what I think. I feel like an idiot right now because this is my medicine. I probably should hop off. I can't
I mean,
even.
it's okay. It's
I know,
fine.
I can't
I
even
don't care.
clear a thought in my mind.
It doesn't matter. I get that way myself. It's not a problem.
And I feel like I'm taking over Red's
You just
stream.
don't go nodding off here, okay?
Okay.
Because then I'll be that having gotten.
I just don't want to be accused of being drunk.
Do what?
I just don't want to be accused of being drunk.
Well, you are on the wrong place. You're in the wrong place.
No, right? I
You want a
don't
beer?
drink, you guys. Hardly ever.
It's not so bad being accused of being drunk. Alrighty. Hey everyone that I missed. I haven't been watching the chat. Sorry. Is
Yeah, I
Brandon
wanted to have a
on
fun
there?
stream.
Do what? What did you say? I didn't hear what she said.
I didn't totally hear what she said either, so.
Can I ask you a question, Brandon? Do you support Roadhog?
Like being a fan and watch every once in a while. Yeah, I don't watch every one of his streams, but every once in a while I go on and see what he's doing.
And I can tell you, like, the biggest encouragement to a creator is listening to the people who follow him, or any creator. I mean, you'd be dumb not to listen to your subscribers and telling you when you're doing things wrong and what's not right. I would encourage that, maybe, if you enjoy him. I mean, it just would
Yeah,
be
I've given him advice and stuff. Same with Leo and stuff. But I've given him advice too. It's I try to do what I can. I mean, they can follow it or not because I'm not even that big of a YouTuber. I don't even have 100 subscribers. So I mean,
No, Mandy, I understand where you're coming from, but I can tell you that education is a huge problem still. It is. I'm not talking out of my ass with that. Like,
yeah,
there are a lot of people who don't even know their own history. And that's fact.
yep,
And I'm
definitely.
not trying to come up hard on that. It's just the plain facts.
A lot of people in general, white, black, Spanish, everybody. There's people of every culture and race that don't know their own history.
And Kim is right. You cannot be a racist to a white person. I think people get racism and prejudice completely confused.
I mean, I'll say I have.
I don't know,
I mean,
man.
I called real a racist. And I understand that you can't be racist to a white person. I get it now, what that means.
Right.
The whole
I think a lot of people just get the two words confused. They think they're the same word. They're not.
yeah,
You call a white dude a cracker, you're not racist.
No,
no.
you're not.
And it's funny me.
And I have to.
That doesn't offend me as a word. That word itself doesn't offend me. It's how you use it. It's like I said. Someone in that thread asked today. I think it was Steve said, "Does it, no, it wasn't. I can't remember who it was. Does it bother you when he says cracker?" I said it bothers me when he says it, but for a whole different reason. It's the way he says it. He's yelling it. That's what offends me. Because when you yell it, it's like he has a problem with you and you're a cracker.
But do you guys know where the history of cracker came from? Like, does anybody understand that term, where it came from?
I mean,
Honestly,
it
no,
came
I
from,
don't.
that's a word where, okay, in some places, cracker bitch is like you're basically a trash white person.
They already have a tone for that though. Trailer trash.
But cracker assumingly comes from when they would crack a whip. A white person would crack a whip. And so when somebody calls you a cracker, they are calling you out for what has happened in history.
I don't
know. Only slavery.
Oh, sorry.
And that's how I think of it right at this moment. I mean, I could probably sit down and have a real conversation without trying to think too hard later.
When you're not sleepy.
It's not even that I'm sleepy. It's just my medicine makes my mind get very scattered, my thoughts.
Well, we can
But
change the subject.
I just encourage everyone just to go to BLM website and start from there. I really, really encourage it because you will understand so much. And all this argument, I think, I mean, if people understood, you know that it's wrong, and you know that when people get aggressive with terminology and words, it's not helping the cause. It's just not.
Correct. Hello, B to you. I've seen new people in the chat. I haven't spoken to. I'm sorry. I'm terrible about reading the chat. Oh, Brandon fell off or left. Not gonna be here much longer. It's been an hour. Thank you, Roddy Mom. She said, "Can we please move on?" Hi, Little Red. Hey, Roddy Mom.
Yeah, we
Cash,
can.
Cash
I
says
just
hi. Aunt Kimmy. She sends
I-
Cash treats often. He loves her. He don't even know her. He loves her. So I'm gonna scroll up in the chat and see what I missed.
I want to see. Yeah, I probably just made an idiot out of myself in this stream because I don't have a complete thought.
Oh, bless you.
But I just hope everyone gets what I'm saying.
Jess, your DM, I scrolled back through it. Is there somewhere that you have that shared, that list?
Mandy, I absolutely agree there too. But there's
What are you talking about?
maybe education was the wrong word. You're right. Maybe education was the wrong word. I get that. I probably wouldn't have said it if I was in a better headspace right now. I probably would have said experience, and yeah.
I have no idea what you're speaking about, which comment, but it's okay. Jess sent me a DM.
Mandy, I'm not trying to speak on it for you. I just really think it's imperative that people, my point is for people to educate themselves. So this doesn't continue to happen on YouTube because RHS is the only person that does this. There are quite a few people that do this, and if they just understood how this affects people by educating themselves on BLM, just start there. That's really my point.
And in fact,
because I know it's not my place.
People can start by being kind to each other.
But I care.
Hello.
I'm sorry.
I know. Yeah, my dream. Hello. Yes. You have a big heart. See. Where do you? I don't have the link, Jess. I didn't get it.
I don't know if I can do one while I'm in here.
If you can what? What'd you say? No, this Jess is something separate. It's something different. I'm trying to find it again. Hold on.
I missed a lot of chat. Okay, I see a lot of differences in what I said and what people are saying. Am I still the only one here? I guess I'm the only one on here still. Where did she go? Did Red leave the stream for good? Or is she coming back in here? Because I probably shouldn't have even been on stream tonight. Mandy, I get that. I completely get that. But I do think there are young men and women that aren't told their history. So it falls under being educated about it and where I get that completely. I get that, Mandy. Like I said, my only real want is for people to educate themselves. Okay, she's getting something. You sent her. I'm sorry, I'm not a live person. I do them myself. So I'm gonna go back up and read. So how is everybody doing tonight? Maybe we can find something else to talk about. It's just, it really got me to what things get said on YouTube and it's not right. That's what link are you posting, Red? Hi, Cherry. I feel so alone up here. Man, it's fine. My family is older, so I have a different experience. Some people are highly educated about it. They don't have the connection and can't see it happening to them. They might not care. Possibly, you know. Many of us are detached. I get that. It shouldn't be like that. You think she posted the wrong link?
Wow, I did.
Oh, there you are.
I didn't know I was going. I was like, why does it say this broadcast ended? Because I was in the wrong one.
Leave me here all that time by myself.
I'm so sorry. I thought you were gone. I don't know what happened.
I was reading some chats.
I don't, for some reason, the link I have.
It is almost Christmas and I'm not ready. You wouldn't be much help up there either. Yeah. I know one thing, when I go lay down, I'm probably going to be out. And I didn't want to offend nobody in chat. I understand it's not my place. I just, the whole YouTube thing is horrible. And I wish more people would address it. The right people.
I don't know why that keeps happening. To me, I don't know why that keeps happening. Sorry.
You need a folder and post some links detailing what those links are so you have them.
Jeez Louise. I've been to giving my son his bath. Not Miss Cassandra. It's a hot ass mess of a stream, right? Whew. So there's Jess Carter's link. Jess,
What's it for?
it's the Amazon wish list to help her with Christmas for her. Jess, do you want to come up on panel? And that is impromptu, not planned. And I got her message. I read it, and I was in the bed about to sleep, and she asked me earlier, did I get it? I was like, yeah, and I knew I said I'll contact you later, like after this about it, but I read it while Brandon was up. I was scrolling through my DMs looking for something else, and I read through it. Where?
Hey, honey, I am on a live right now. If you want to say something, you want to say hi? You? Oh, that's rare. I don't know how to mute this.
I just dropped the link.
I'm off you to be on a live. It's not even my live. Yeah, I do. Oh, here.
Hi, Mr. TD Talks.
He can't hear you.
Do what?
Red said, hi, Mr. TD Talks.
Who?
Red, on YouTube Live.
You're on YouTube Live? Oh, hello.
He said hello. He had a long day. He worked like 15 hours today.
Wow.
And he doesn't even smoke cigarettes, and he's asking me for one.
I work at 8 and I'm pooped. I'm telling you.
Sitting out in my garage freezing.
Do what?
Sitting out in my garage freezing just for Red.
Oh, are you in the garage? Bless your heart. It's cold where you're at too, isn't it?
Yeah, I have a heater.
It was warmer today in the Carolinas than usual, or than the previous days. It's been really cold. Today was much better. Thank goodness. I am not made for cold weather anymore. I used to like it. I didn't like the hot weather because, big girl. But now, little girl, I'm not. I can't. I don't like cold. And I feel like it's like I'm always cold now. I know, Sherry, I left tea. I fell right out. I still don't know how that happened. I don't know what I clicked that knocked myself out. Well, I did the second time. I know, but I left the whole ass tab I was in. It's warm in Georgia, Jane. I want to go to Georgia. I've never been
Freezing here.
I mean, you've literally got ice on the ground, right? Or snow? Or no? Tea. T. Hey, Jess.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. My headphones are not working. Is there an echo?
No, not for me.
No.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yay. So, tell everyone that's not familiar with you a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I've actually been a part of the community since like beginning of your channel. Like I was in the stream when you hit like the first 1,000.
Yay. That was a
So
big night.
that was times were a lot simpler back then, huh?
Right?
A lot more fun actually.
In these YouTube streets. Right.
Yep. But like some people know my story. I am 2 years sober,
Woo.
and during when your channel first started, my daughter had actually um, been taken by DSS because of my addiction and put into foster care. And it was the community and being, finding a community to be a part of that kept me focused and sane. And then finally, comfortable enough to share my story because I had been, even though I was in recovery, I was still living in that guilt in the shadows of, shame. And there was just so much love and acceptance and encouragement. And so, I've been DMing you my progress reports all along the way as we got her room. We had to add a room onto the house because we only had a 1 bedroom. And so I was sending you pictures when things were done. And so this is her first Christmas home in 2 years. We got custody back of her this summer.
So proud of
Um, thank you. So she is home now. But money's a little tight. I know it's tight for everybody because of COVID, but I also ended up totaling my car on a deer because I'm up in the mountains. Um, But money's a little tight, and I got a little Amazon wish list for trying to get some help with like Christmas gifts. And if anybody, wants to take a look at it and help, or even just share the link, I'm just trying to get more eyes on it for help with Christmas.
Yeah. And Jess is I love Jess. She's really been around since the beginning. She doesn't want anybody to go broke at Christmas, Oh, she left. Just whatever you can, if you feel it in your heart to do, it's anything you do is appreciated. And I know her enough to say that. I'm at her back. She fell out. You're back.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
I dropped out. I don't know what happened. Okay. There I am. Okay, sorry.
Go ahead. You can go ahead.
No, I missed you were talking and I fell out. I missed what you said.
Told everyone that I know you. I felt comfortable enough to say that you don't want anybody to, put themselves out, but if they feel it in their heart to help out,
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, that's all. I'm just trying to, any little bit helps, and I appreciate this community more than ever. Dottie helped share the link a couple nights ago, and like I was telling her, that back when you guys were on the channel together, that it was you two who, and being a part of the community, that I was really depressed, and like I said, living in shadows, and you guys just really, the community was just, I can't even put into words what the community has done for me. Just didn't matter.
How unaware am I that I was the most insensitive mofo ever? Like, I know, and I still am, and I don't mean to be. I would be talking about stuff that you shouldn't talk about with someone who's newly sober, probably. And I was just not aware, but you were always like, "No, it's not. It's fine." I'm sorry for that.
You are, yeah, we've already spoken in private about that. But, first, when you want to get clean, you get clean. And, I wanted to get better. And so I have, and I have no desire to go back to that life. And, a lot of stuff has happened, and I've come a long way, and she's home, and I would never, ever go back. But it was also just the people in the community, Miss Cassandra, SC Johnson, everybody, that all the OGs, the new people, everybody in the community back then. There was a lot of love back then. You know what I mean? There wasn't all of this, I know all this drama that's going on now. It wasn't like that back then.
We started this channel on, I started my channel, and this whole community's basically started and came together and loved each other out of our animosity towards Katie Joy. Thank you.
Yes,
Katie.
and it was right at the beginning of COVID too. So it was like, none of us, we were, had nowhere to be, and we kind of all just found our little place here together, and it was really nice. It was really nice. So
it was you were a lot of the reason why when someone would call me an addict or try to hurt me with their words like that, and I'm like, some of the best people I know are convicts. Some of the best people I know are addicts. So don't use that against me to try to. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. Attacking people's addiction, or using that as a gotcha type of thing. Yeah, that's not cool.
It's foul.
Yeah.
Okay.
But little Miss Eva is 9, and she actually turns 10 9 days after Christmas. Her birthday is January 3rd as well. So.
Oh, my grandbaby's February 3rd.
Oh, neat. And my birthday is January 1st.
Oh, neat. New Year's baby.
And then her dad's birthday is January 23rd or December 23rd. So we have December 23rd, Christmas, January 1st, January 3rd.
Oh, well, I got to be, both of my kids were born 12 days apart in December, right a week before Christmas, the second one. So Santa Claus was poor at my house every year. It's so poor.
Yes.
But yeah, I
just want to give her a good Christmas. And in foster care, when COVID hit, DSS and government facilities and things shut down, and so DSS actually shut down twice for 6 months at a time. So for 2 years in foster care, shut down. And so we weren't given our visitation when they shut down.
How does that even happen? That's that's a what do they call it? The jobs that are imperative. That they consider the fast food restaurants that. So why is that not one? I can't think of what the word is.
Yeah, it's
That's a must-have.
Yeah. Well, see, so during that year that it was 2 times once was 7 months at once, and the other was 6 months. So it was a little over a year. And so DSS didn't even go out to check on her in the foster home that she was in, except for once in an entire year. And she suffered, a lot of neglect in this home. In fact, last year, for Christmas, she didn't even really have a Christmas. And the woman told her the reason Santa did not come to the house is because Eva didn't put out milk and cookies. And Eva was 8.
That's sad.
And it's like, that's a part of the Christmas magic that you help create with her. You know what I mean?
I wonder if I'm sure there's the higher number of people don't get their kids out of the system, and those kids get lost there. But I wonder for the people who do. Did you complain to social services that this is what happened to my child there? Because a lot of times it doesn't get reported, and that's
well. she's in counseling now, and that's where we're learning a lot of this stuff that happened. Is through her counselor, and our case should be officially closed. We have court January 9th, and that's when our case should be. Right now, she's on what's called trial home placement, and so our case should be closed January 9th. And I'm sorry, I'm sick, so my voice is going in and out. But once our case is closed, because we've had to jump through literal hoops of fire to bring her home, so we're not trying to rock the boat right now.
Yeah.
But I have got some referral numbers for some people higher up in the chain of social services that we will be contacting when our case is closed, just so there's no retaliation. But yeah, there was a lot of neglect, and she was responsible for her own food. The woman never even cooked. And this is an 8-year-old, and she was responsible for doing her own laundry, keeping her, her room cleaned, keeping a bathroom clean, doing chores around the house. There was other foster kids in the home too. So it was basically like I hate to use this, but like farming foster kids. And
wait, what? What'd you say? Farming?
Like farming, like collecting foster kids, because they get paid to foster children. And so we're learning a lot of disturbing things about this foster parent, that she's a single woman. An older lady.
That's all the motivation you need, though, right? That baby is home.
Yes, that is my Christmas gift. I don't need anything else for Christmas, like just her, and she's home and she's thriving. Her best, like I told Dottie, her best friend lives 2 doors down, and they are in the same class. They ride the bus together. She's on the honor roll.
Amazing. Not funny story, just weird story. Everyone here knows, if you follow me, that I have been doing work from home assignments, like for jobs, and I'm between assignments without work. I was without work for a year almost. Well, yeah, for like 8 months after my emergency medical situation. So when I'm always on Indeed. I'm still there. I'm still looking for jobs. Because even when I have a job, there might be a better job, right? Mm-hmm. So not social worker, foster parent is listed as a job. And I know it's a job. I mean, you have to take certain hours of classes. This is for a therapeutic foster parent, but it's advertised like a great paying gig. And to me, that's disgusting.
Yeah, they pay good.
I mean, I don't know what it pays. It's interesting to me, and it's something I've always been like interested in. But the way it was advertised,
you get paid per child a certain amount of money a month, and you get help with food. You get help with their clothes. So yeah, there are lots of people who, like I said, they just foster lots of kids.
Now, they do it for the money and not actually to help the children.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So when a child's there, if the parents are like actively trying to get the kid back, does the parent have to contribute financially?
Yes. Yep. We had to pay child support. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. And that's another thing, because she's on trial home placement. We don't qualify for any of like the Christmas help and stuff that they give to like other needy families. We don't qualify for that because she's on trial.
Like Red Cross Salvation Army, excuse me. Because where I live, Salvation Army, I don't know if they do now because of COVID, but they used to do stuff.
Yeah, Dottie had mentioned that stuff too, because like I said, I didn't even think to apply for any of those things. But most of those things have they started registration for those in October, and like they're they had a deadline that you had to meet. And
Look at
Yeah.
a lot of your churches as well.
yeah,
I know my friend.
And
I had a friend that
food
would,
pantries.
I had a friend that would use Salvation Army, and she would list her kids and what sizes they wore and what they were interested in, and they got a ton of gifts for those kids. At Christmas, there was a couple years she needed it, and I mean, if someone needs it, it's a blessing.
yeah, absolutely. I wish I had thought about it in October, because when I went to fill out paperwork and stuff, it was like the deadlines had stopped, and that's why I was like, well, maybe I'll make a wish list, and see what I can,
And
what help I can get there. And
at the same time, that little girl's just as happy to be home as you are to have her home.
oh God, yes,
So that's a Christmas.
absolutely.
You're not going to have a bad
Absolutely.
Christmas because you're with her, no matter what.
No, yes, yes. She says it all the time, how happy she is to be home. Like, I was so excited for her room when we because like I said, we have a 1-bedroom house that my husband's mother owned, that we were able to move into, and but she has to have her own room, so we had to add a second bedroom onto the house. So we did that, and so that was exciting, getting her, all of the stuff for her room and her
Yeah, I
seeing her
remember when
room.
you started that
Yeah.
construction.
Yeah, I sent you pictures. I was like, I've got to show somebody what it looks like. It's so pretty. It's all mermaid.
I'm so happy you finally got her home. And
I am too. It was hard.
yeah.
And I have a whole new respect for people in recovery trying to get their kids back. And it's definitely a process. It's not easy. It is definitely not easy. And she would have been home, like I said, a year earlier, but about 3 months after they took her is when COVID hit, and that added, that whole extra year, because you have to move up steps to be able to get custody. It starts out with just an hour supervised visitation every 2 weeks, and then it moves to hour visitation every week, and then it moves to 3 hours unsupervised, and then it moves to weekends, and then it moves to a week, and then it moves to trial home placement. And so when they shut down, it shut down our visits, so we couldn't move up the steps. But I've never failed a drug test. I'm in counseling and therapy, and she's in counseling and she's in therapy, and it's great having her home.
It's
And
good.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you letting me come on and sharing the list. I really, really appreciate
it. Coming up and explaining it, because I couldn't explain it like you did.
Right.
Everyone, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. I've got company. I've been ignoring for a good 30 minutes. But I do, and I see Sherry. So many of y'all have been with me since the very beginning. I love you.
Yeah.
And the new ones, I love you as well. I appreciate everyone's very, very supportive and kind with me, even when they shouldn't have been. A lot of them have, and I appreciate it. Today was a fun day on Twitter for me. I know a lot of people it wasn't, but it was a fun day for me. I enjoyed it. The community, as far as the community, I think, who knows, a month from now we all might be best friends. You don't know. It changes like that. So I hope it gets better.
I hope it does too, because I hate the divide, because there's so many creators that I really enjoy, and then it's like, as a viewer, it's nerve-wracking to be like, I'm afraid to be in this chat because this person might think this thing, and it's like, it's just, it's really sad.
And you shouldn't be. You shouldn't feel that way.
Right.
I mean,
you're at a perfect time, because I can't talk no more.
I think.
But thank you for everybody who takes a look at it, who shares, who
And I'll look at your
purchases.
list, hon. I'll look at it.
Thank you for all the love and support, for the past 2 years from everybody in chat as well. You guys know who you are. I
Thank
can't
you
name
for
you
sharing
all,
with us.
but thank you.
All righty. All right,
I'm
everyone.
gonna hop off.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night, guys.
Oh, let me. Okay. I've got my swings. I got another TV instead of the TV and 2 monitors. I've got 2 TVs now and 1 monitor. So the TVs are 36 or something. They're kind of big. And I haven't gotten it like I want it yet. So I had the streams on the wrong side. But I'll get it handled. I get right. Just Chaz here. Coloring your hair, some kind of wax dye. Just chat. If I'd have known you were here, we're gonna have to do this soon again, and you can come up on panel because we haven't talked in a minute. I love you all. Thank you for being here. I'll see you soon. I don't know about tomorrow night. We'll see. Have a good night.